show you something. The liquid cultures in the refrigerator, and when I grew mushrooms, Penis Envy, I used that tote right there. See that hole? I put that hole in there. The airline went in there. And a fish pump, pumped air, moist air. And look at this. See that? I cut that out in 2010. That's right. I put a Groenland on top of that. So the shrooms could get a little bit light. This is what I grew them in. I used a Glad, they call it plastic oven. A tray about this wide. And I layered coconut core / peat moss, vermiculite, medium vermiculite, not too fine, not too coarse. You want it kind of medium. You want to try to imitate a turd. And I used horse manure that I bought on eBay. That you can find I found all kinds of mushrooms in Showboat near the cow patties. I was trying to cultivate them down there. Right behind the Downtown 9. Right beside the Shudlow River. Right behind McDonald's. There's a whole bunch of cows. And llamas. There's 4 llamas. 1 black, 2 gray, and 1 white. 4 llamas. LLAMAS. That's what I grew them in, right there. That tote. See? There's bench. That tote. I bought a Dollar General probably. I used a razor knife to cut that open. That's why it's like that. Huh? I think cheap fluorescent lay on top. My Groenland's in that tote, right there. In my greenhouse, my indoor greenhouse, is in that box right there. That Amazon box. I grow tobacco. I start seeds. All my seeds are right there. All my seeds are right here, right underneath the fan. Underneath that fan. That, what do you call it, sweater box? I opened that thing up. I had that sealed so tight. I was like, what the hell's in here? That was 2.5 years ago. I went, oh, it's my seeds. My tobacco seeds, my pepper seeds, my tomato seeds. You name them, my flowers. Oh, hundreds of packs of seeds. And things I saved myself. Sunflowers. I turned the heat off. Turn it up. Not boiling hot in here. Watching Lost on Hulu. That's my smart TV. My Samsung smart TV. There's me the day we got back from Desert Shield. December 21st, 1990. That's my desk. The Easy Vision office. My computer where I order parts. Right there. There's a computer over here, right down my butt. I had a boom box. See, it's sitting on 2 VCRs and a CD player, a Sony Carousel. That's Eve Mezzi and her mother. I think Terry must have taken this picture because she was there. I was still in my dress blue. See, I just got done manning the rail. You know, the 20,000 people going, welcome back, CNN, helicopters. Took me a couple hours to get out the ship. See my hands taped up, my fingers in my left hand. The hatch right in front of where Terry took the picture fell on my hand and crushed my hand. The night before we pulled in, they had to puncture my fingernail to drain the blood. There's a speaker up there. See, that's a speaker. There's an Alps printer right there. A wide printer. I print everything up over there. I spent a year and a half in that office. I was a yeoman and the supply petty officer. Supply PO. They begged me not to leave. I did 3 years on the Indy. I extended it for a year because they asked me to. Because they couldn't find anybody who did such a good job, you know. But I was thinking yesterday, I went to more places on the Midway. Believe it or not. I went to Sydney, Australia, Mombasa, Kenya, Hong Kong, Thailand, Korea, Philippines, Japan, of course, we're in Yokosuka, Japan. It's hard to believe. I went to the Philippines so many times on the Midway, not the Indy, because the Desert Shield. Wow. Anyhow, to the Midway, Captain Crane, Wildcat. Kind of hard to believe I spent 2 years in Japan. Yokosuka, Japan, Kamakura, Yokohama, Sasebo, Asugi, Tokyo, Narita Airport. That's where I flew. I flew from Sarasota with Grandpa and Mom and Aunt Sherry and Carla, all waving goodbye to me. I called a shuttle van. When he came, I was the only one in there. I turned around, I went like this. Looked at Grandpa. I thought, I'm never going to see him again. I know. He died right after that. I was from Sarasota. I flew to Chicago O'Hare Airport, then to San Diego, then to LAX, then to San Fran Airport. Switched airlines to a 747 Northwest Orient to Anchorage, Alaska, and flew from Anchorage to Narita Airport in Japan, all one day. Sarasota, Chicago to San Diego to LAX to what's the San Francisco airport name? They have a new airport. Then I went on Northwest Orient 747 to Anchorage. Then from Anchorage Airport to Japan, Narita Airport. They took me by shuttle van. I guess a Navy van. I can hardly remember. Real late. And I got checked on the base. And then I didn't see the Midway yet. It was in dry dock on the other side of the base. There's a mountain in between. And they took me to a ship called the Gaffney. It was used to transport Marines at one time. It was like a barge/ship, a flat-top ship. And thank goodness they gave me, I was a third class when I graduated my A school, E4. And And I got there, and this guy shoved me in. It was a second class shop, storekeeper. He was a guy I went to Sydney, Australia. King's Court. He showed me around the first day. Same guy. We became friends. He goes, "You're a petty officer, huh?" I said, "Yeah." I see three, huh? And he goes, "We'll give you a statement." Oh, well, my glad. There's a four-man room, and there's two guys besides me. Because all the other guys are asleep in some burning area that flooded and stunk. There's often like 4 inches of water on the deck. Imagine walking through that just to go to the bathroom, go to your rack. Shit, I couldn't believe it. Some of those guys lived there for months. A year. All I had to do, like, 8 or 9 months, I think it was, at the dry dock left when I got there. Wasn't that bad. At first, I was on fire watch. I was in charge of the guys from E Division and engineering to make sure they had to carry a CO2 fire extinguisher and stand watch while the Japanese welded the blisters on the side of the ship and worked in voids and removed metal and added metal. They're trying to balance the ship and make it more buoyant, but you have to be very, it's got to be done really good because it's an aircraft carrier. Just laying on it, it's got to be solid. And Japanese, boy, I tell you, every morning before they worked, and they almost all drank, it's about 3 in the morning, that they stand in formation. They get themselves into formation and do this 15-minute exercise. They chant, talk, in Japanese. It kind of psychs them up, they stretch their bones, their backs, and I wish I would have filmed that. They do that every morning, like our reveille. About 7 in the morning, they met right outside the ship, the Midway. The Blue Ridge was there. That was the flagship. Beautiful ship. I went on it one time. Beautiful ship. Beautiful. About 1,000 feet long. Tall. What would you call it kind of ship? I forget. Not a destroyer. Not a frigate. Not a tender. It was probably more of a tender. Because they had all kinds of equipment to repair things with. And that is called the Blue Ridge. And that ship was beautiful. Absolutely clean. When you go inside, I was like, oh, wow, it's beautiful. In Midway, they had 12 engine rooms, 12 boilers, and they're all as big as a house. Each one. That's how 12 of those, and you have to do rotary patrol and write down gauges and stuff I can't even remember. The Indy only had four engine rooms and 4 fire rooms, evaporators. It was a more modern carrier. The Midway was built as a battleship at first. Then at the end of World War II, they decided, hey, wait a minute, let's make this into an aircraft carrier. And they did. That's why they had to constantly work on it, adding blisters that were called hollow pieces of steel. They were formed, then welded onto the side of the ship by the Japanese. Imagine how there was 2,000 Japanese working on the Midway. Not just 100 or 50, 2,000. All that welding, cutting, dirt, holes in the deck as big as this room. Good night, 5, 7 decks through the deck. They drop pumps and motors that were huge. They used like miniature cranes to get them down there. And hoists. Man, it was incredible. Incredible. You walk around and look down and you go, shit, you want to fall through that, you die. See the bottom of the ship, 8 floors down. And you're on the second deck. You're on the same deck as the mess decks. That's the second deck. I don't think they have a first deck. There's a hangar bay. Yeah, I don't think that the hangar bay is considered the first deck. I think. I don't think there was a first deck, and the deck below the hangar bay is the mess decks and other stuff, and offices, and passageways, and you had a duck all the time because they had so much stuff in the overhead that was added later that if you're over 6 foot tall, you had to duck. And even me being 5'10", I had to duck. At the time, you don't want to hit your head. Big cables, hot water lines, lagging, cold, chill water lines. That's right. In the Indy, there's much more room. Yeah, it's built for that. But see, when Midway was built, air conditioning wasn't invented yet. They didn't have Freon. Yeah, they had to add all that stuff later, but they used chill water, like an evaporated cooler. Yeah, that's true. I can't believe I was there. 2 years. God, I can remember. Sometimes I wish I couldn't. I remember so good. Boy, thanks for the Bob Hope. Bob Hope on the Midway. I mean, Sydney, Australia on the Midway. Mombasa, Kenya on the Midway. The only place we didn't go on the Midway was Singapore. That was the only stop we made on the way back to Desert Shield. In the Philippines, or no, Singapore. That was it. And we didn't stop in Pearl Harbor, I don't think, on the way back. But Singapore, then San Diego. That's where that picture was taken. Terry and Eve are there. Oh. But Thailand on the Midway, Korea on the Midway, South Korea, Busan, South Korea, Pattaya Beach in Thailand, Bangkok. I went there on a bus. Stayed for a couple days. No, stayed for one night. Yeah. It's got a good room. Went with 4 EM friends, or 3, and they all wanted to get one room. I said, you guys stay in one room. I'll get my own room. I did. I was like, I'm not going to stay in a nice hotel with a bunch of squids. Trying to get away from these guys. You know, get some, have the nice, have fun. Not sit around going, I'm in a hotel. That's what they did. Didn't do anything. I had fun. And a beautiful girl there. Beautiful. But there's a lot of opium. I remember smelling opium. I didn't even know what it smelled like. And I realized some of these people are fucked up because of opium. They're smoking opium. Opium. I'd never done opium. Never. I know what marijuana smells like. And that girl was so cute. So, long story. Long story. Long story. Anyhow, let's get back to Lost on Hulu. It's called Expose. Beats me. Remember Lost? Remember Heroes? The first year of Heroes was really good. And the Lost was, I remember downloading this back in, the vegetation. It blows my mind because they have all kinds of philodendrons, big ones. This is a real island somewhere. And elfin ears. All different strains of elfin ears. And plants you buy at Home Depot or Lowe's as house plants all over the place. I was like, that's where this stuff comes from in nature, the tropics. So wherever this was filmed at, boy, and I watched them just ruin the show, elfin ears. I'm like, I paid $5 a piece for the damn thing. Yeah. Some lady down in Florida, some business. But every year I'd buy 2 or 3 different strains of elfin ears, and 1 or 2 would survive. Angel trumpets, elfin ears, philodendrons, split leaf, regular. I mean, so many different strains. Things I don't even know the name. Things that I've seen at Lowe's and Home Depot as house plants. It blows my mind. You know. I mean, you can see it right there. There's some of it right there. Almost everything that's there. If you look really close, you'll start to recognize things. That's not a very good scene right there, but see, that's kind of like a philodendron of some sort. That's a philodendron right there. I mean, they're just everywhere. It's probably, I'm guessing, Central America or some island somewhere. Yeah. The Bahamas. Eleuthera is probably like that. I just remember the crabs and the coconuts and the parrots, the Twin Coves. Uncle Bob, remember him? The Land Rover. Whatever happened to him? Whatever happened? Or Uncle Doug? Is he still alive? Last time I saw him, it's like 81. kind of hunched over. Had a black girlfriend. When I was a kid, I liked Uncle Doug. I remember watching him shoot a bow and arrow. Real far. Right from, where was that house at? Had a big front yard. I remember watching Mark in college go to school. Probably first grade for Mark. So that must be before I went to kindergarten in Moon Township. I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I'm pretty sure we lived in Hyde Park in Moon Township though. I remember a big front yard, real wide and real far from the house. A couple hundred yards from the house. And he took a bow and arrow and shot it in the air. And went to the other side of the field and we went and got it. That was somewhere outside of Doylestown. That way. Past Silver Creek Park. And back then I don't think they had the highways. Here. 585, 21, 77. I'm trying to remember. Hamestown Road, Swain Drive, Worcester Road West, Grandpa's house, Daniel Miller. That's 585, wasn't it? That highway? Down that way somewhere, towards Massillon. Let's see. The southwest of Grandpa's house. If you use Google Maps and go to 5622 Worcester Road West, all you see is a slab of the store and the foundation of the house. A slab. I think the slab's the store. I think the slab was the store. You used to be able to, when I first did it about 10 years ago, the mailbox was still there. Probably gone now. And the houses next door are all gone. Everything's been bulldozed down. All the trees, the barn, everything's gone. Everything. But in the back of Grandpa's property, what used to be Grandpa's right in the garden, where Carla had her horse and my mother had her horses and rabbits. That's Dollar General. Circle K. Believe it or not, a Circle K in Norton, Ohio. I couldn't believe that. Dollar General I could see because they're everywhere. But Circle K I thought was just Arizona and maybe California. I don't remember ever seeing a Circle K anywhere. But hell, there's a Circle K in Norton, Ohio now. Grandpa's property. Because that was like 10 acres. Maybe not that much. Five acres altogether. Maybe 3 acres. Yeah. Madeline's property was 10 acres. So, 2 acres. All those lilac trees, all the hedges, everything is gone. But the old stone jail is still there. I wonder what Mike McNamara's doing. And Kenny Allen. He was messed up back in 1980. But Mike, and I talked. He joined the Air Force because of me. He was a lieutenant in the Air Force. That's the last thing I knew. That was like, was that before or after I went to Japan? Probably before. Must have been before I went there. It has something to do with my van. Oh, yeah. It was before I went to Japan because I had orders to Japan, and I said, Hey Mike, I gave Mike the keys and the title to my van. I said, the master cylinder is going bad. You might have to push it down to your house. It's only a couple hundred yards, and or have it towed or something. But here it's yours. You can have it. I gave Mike McNamara my van, my Ford Red E150, because I couldn't bring it to Japan, you know. And the master cylinder was going bad. It was leaking. I was able to start it. Remember, I had starter fluid. I got it started. Then the brakes were mushy. I went, oh shit. I popped the front of the hood. Sure enough, there's brake fluid. I thought, oh man. So I went to boot camp at the BW school in San Diego, ICA school for 10 weeks. BW school was 12 weeks for me. Boot camp was 8 weeks. So that was almost a year. I was just sitting there. But I had orders to Japan. Okay. Wow. So I figured, fuck it, I won't need the van anymore. I wish I still had the van. That was a good van. Took Terry and Amy and Brandy and Shane down to Naples, Florida. Saw a preview with it, with a subcontractor. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I wish there was a place there to have a garden. There's nothing here. It's ugly. Holbrook and Winslow and Flagstaff was nice. There was ground, there was earth there. Here was like dogs barking, nothing around me. It's like, who would ever want to live here? Maybe downtown near Walmart, but I'm 3 miles from Walmart and Safeway. Can't walk. Try walking around here. Huh. Oh, that's going Samsung. Oh, must be a timeout thing. A screensaver. Damn.